The following is an exclusive presentation of Access TV Sports.
Trevin Giles is an absolute beast. He comes in 8-0 and he has finished every single opponent. Tonight, he takes on Ryan Superman Spann, who brings in a record of 9-3 and says he will be the first man to blemish Giles' record. Welcome to Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3.
Listen to that ovation for the bad boy! Oh, jumping knee! Oh, that's one of the best knockouts we've ever freaking seen! He's out, he's asleep, he's out! He broke his nose! He broke his nose! Hey, come on! That's good night, freaking Irene! That was awesome!
Legacy Fighting Alliance makes its first appearance in the Sportsman's Paradise. Tonight, we're in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Welcome to Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3. G'day everybody, I'm Michael Chavello. Great to be back here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. I'm joined as always by my verbal sparring partner, UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. Pat, we look at this main event, it should be a rip snorter any way you cut it. It's a middleweight bout to determine who may be the #1 contender for this track. As Superman Ryan Spann, the beanpole, takes on the undefeated beast, Trevin Giles. Pat, you talk about Trevin Giles, you talk about an all-rounder who can do it all and has finished them all.
Well, the reason he's finished everyone, Michael, is because he's what I call a utility box fighter. That means he has all the tools he needs in that box. He pays attention to detail. He's got great grappling, striking, and he's got great submission skills and wrestling takedowns. So when he sees an opening with his opponent, he can get that opening, take advantage of it, and beat him.
Many say that Giles has flown under the radar so far. If he defeats Superman tonight, he will be flying high. Ryan Spann, the beanpole at 6'5", Pat, very fast on the feet, very efficient on the ground. Does he have the tools tonight, though, to put that blemish on Giles' record?
Look, the guy is very marketable. He's a good-looking guy. He's a really good-looking athlete. He moves really well. He's got great striking. He really does have good ground, Michael. The problem, his Achilles heel has been his endurance. I don't know if he's put in the work that he's needed to, the road work, the running, the strength and conditioning stuff that he was supposed to. He looks better this fight. He looks leaner, so I think he may have put in some work, and we'll see how he comes in.
It is set to be the most electrifying main event in LFA's short history yet. It has Trevin Giles as the favorite at -270. The comeback on Superman Spann at +190. Okay, let's park our peepers backstage now, where Rovin Ronnie Kruk has more on this main event.
Yeah, guys, great main event between two middleweight prospects, but personality-wise, these two are polar opposites. Let's begin with Ryan Spann, who's known as Superman, so that explains a little bit about him. He is your typical type A personality. He's young, he's confident, he's almost bordering on cocky. He told me that he's gonna do Trevin Giles a favor by beating him down tonight so he can stop thinking he's untouchable. Giles, on the other hand, he is soft-spoken, he's laid back, and he prefers to do his talking inside the cage. I'll have interviews with both personalities coming up later.
Thanks, Ron. It should be an epic main event. So too with the rest of our card here at Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3. Let's run you through it. We kick off with two pro debutants as Tony Jenkins takes on Brian Wells. At Bantamweight, Joel Scott goes up against Carlos Vera. And at a catchweight of 160, 38-year-old Ray Blodgett takes on Joshua Davila. Then as we move on to the business end of the card, Trent Meaux takes on Machado at Bantamweight. Always bet on black. It's Alex Black taking on Thanh Lee at Featherweight. And Brendan Allen matches with John Kirk at Middleweight. Pat, take us through tonight's rules.
I'll do that for you. The Louisiana Boxing and Wrestling Commission will oversee tonight's event. Unified rules will be used, which means elbows to a downed opponent will be legal. All fights are 3 5-minute rounds, and the 10-point must scoring system will be used.
It is kick-off Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3 from inside the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And it's going to be the pro debuts of Tony Jenkins and Brian Wells. Let's go to our ring announcer, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on Access TV from the Golden Nugget Casino Resort here in Lake Charles, Louisiana for LFA 3. Tonight's event is brought to you in part by Inca Cola, Venom, GLC 2000, and the Shield Warriors and Gangsters. Tonight's fights are sanctioned by the Louisiana State Boxing and Wrestling Commission, overseen by Chairman Buddy Empanado and Deputy Commissioner Ricky Norris. Your judges, Octagon side tonight, Todd Singletary and Alan Gray. Your third judge and referees in charge of the action tonight, Stan McCandlish, Jordan Bass, and Myron Godet. Your physicians, Octagon side tonight, Dr. Robert Smith and Dr. Philip Connors. Your timekeeper is Matt McFarland, and your LFA Cup man tonight, David Maldonado. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, making his way to the blue corner, Tony Jenkins.
Tony Jenkins makes his way to the cage for his pro debut. 5 wins as an amateur, 2 by decision. 3-1-1 in his last 5. Man from LSU. Had a 2-month camp in prep for this one. Mostly stand-up banger. Prefers the hands and the knees. Look out for the big right cross here on Tony Jenkins. Jenkins knows that Brian Wells is a good wrestler, has to watch out for the takedowns. Predicts he'll knock out Wells tonight.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA Octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Brian Wells.
Takedowns against Tony Jenkins. Once again, let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA middleweight division. It is brought to you by GLC 2000, the world's most potent joint pain formula. GLC 2000, no pain, more gain. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This striker stands 6 foot tall, weighed in at 183.8 pounds, making his professional debut here tonight. Training out of PBA Hard Hitters and fighting out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Tony Jenkins. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a boxer wrestler standing 5'9", weighed in at 184.3 pounds. Also making his professional debut here tonight and training out of Gracie United from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Brian Wells. Your referee in charge of the action is Stan McCandlish.
All right, guys, we went over the rules earlier. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. If you want to touch it up, do it now. Let's go back and get ready.
It should be an absolute ripper to kick off Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3 as Tony Jenkins takes on Brian Wells.
You good? Good? You ready? You ready? Fight!
Jenkins saying he'll knock out Wells, has to watch out for the takedowns on the wrestler. Fake early there from Tony Jenkins. Very wide open guard here on Brian Wells. Wells looking for the first takedown attempt. Jenkins trying to catch him in a choke.
Not hard to predict that takedown coming early on. You can see Wells just hanging onto the head and the arm. Probably not extremely experienced on the ground.
Wells, who had 7 wins by decision as an amateur, only 1 by submission.
Best thing to do here is just put your knee on their arm and pull your arm out. Makes it real easy.
Jenkins never had a win as an amateur via sub. 5 by knockout, 2 by decision. 2 losses by knockout. Never got stumped out himself either. Side control here for Brian Wells.
Jenkins hanging onto that head. Not going to be able to move correctly by doing that.
Entertaining way to kick off a big night of action here at LFA 3. Double main events in the middleweight division, including Giles versus Spann in the big one.
Let's go, guy. Improve your position.
Still in side control here, Brian Wells.
Wells could go north-south choke, could take a key lock, a lot of things, arm bar
Stop.
from there.
Stand up. Back
Could
up.
stand up from the referee pad or premature.
Turn around.
Well, given there wasn't a whole lot going on, I mean, that was a buffet of submissions. Just wasn't taking any of it.
Big overhand right there from Tony Jenkins, trying to crack the head open early. Turns Wells against the cage. Gut munching knee off the left there from Wells. Doubles up on it. Little uppercut to the midsection from Jenkins. Does have heavy hands on him. Rips that one into the lower left ribs. After a filling out process in the opening 30 seconds, these men have certainly gone at it. Corking knees to the inside thigh from Jenkins.
In the middle.
Is the striker Jenkins falling into the game, though, of Wells. Oh.
Wells driving takedown, gets to half guard position. Locking that head up again here, now gives up on it, throws a leg around, does Tony Jenkins.
Look for Wells to pass the guard here. Moving to his left, blocking the leg. Pushing on the knee, yep, textbook.
Side control once again for Brian Wells. Was broken from this position earlier on by the referee for not off work. Let's see if they can be a little more busy on the ground now. Cuts the hip in well, does Brian Wells. Reverse elbow to the left ribs of Jenkins. Where does Jenkins go from here, Pat?
Well, number one, quit grabbing the head, because he's never going to turn over and get on his side. You don't want to lay flat on your back when somebody's on top of you. You want to get on your side and become mobile. The only way to do that is to throw that left arm in the underhook position. And wow, I don't know how that happened.
Top position now for Tony Jenkins inside Wells' guard.
All Wells had to do was stick his arm out on the ground to stop that.
Let's see how Jenkins handles himself from top position.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Well, he prefers striking, so he's on top. Time to unload, score some points, try and do damage.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter tonight. Tweet along with the show at Chevello Voice, at Pat Miletich, at RCrack. Close guard now from Wells. Both men on pro debut tonight. Both very solid amateur careers.
Finally opening up there.
Fingers out of the cage. Don't grab the cage again, top. Stop. Come look at it. Let's get this water, guys.
Interesting first round. Jenkins doing some damage. He was the only one really striking for the most part in that first round. Wells getting tired of getting pounded here. Hits that double leg and gets the takedown. Wells needs to show the ability to inflict damage also this upcoming round.
Let's go, seconds out. Seconds out.
Sellout crowd inside the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana for Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3. 10-9 Jenkins, says Pat on his scorecard. Let us know your scores on Twitter.
Fight!
Tony Jenkins in the black gloves. Looking at that big looping right hand of his. Throws it down the center.
Wells showing a lot of respect for Jenkins' striking.
Looking jab from Jenkins. Wells wants Jenkins on his back, doesn't want to be on his own back. No wrestler ever does. Jenkins smiles at him.
He's talking to him.
Look for an inside leg kick and a quick follow through left hook right hand combination, Jenkins. Double jab, right hand down the center corridor. The hands are fast, the hands are heavy. Doesn't look like Wells has much to offer in the stand-up pack.
No, he's not into the striking portion of the fight. He wants those takedowns. There's no doubt about it.
They're clinched up now against the cage. A little knee to the breadbasket there. Uppercut from Jenkins.
Wells did not like that.
Jenkins remains on his feet. Wells hunting for a takedown, maybe desperately so. Gets it now. And look for Jenkins to put him inside his guard.
Got to do something with this now.
Wells needing to be more active. One fan on Twitter commenting, Pat, that he thought that Wells seemed to have stage fright in the first round. Good analogy?
I'd say punch fright.
Punch fright?
Yeah. Some guys just, you know, it takes them a while to get past that point of, you know, don't have a whole lot of experience striking. They're worried about getting hit. They're not familiar with how the body moves when certain strikes are coming at them. They can't read the movements. You know, being a wrestler, they're not used to it. Other people just get it naturally.
Jenkins trying to find a submission there.
And let's be honest, getting blasted in the face isn't everybody's cup of tea.
Jenkins has never won a fight by submission. Indeed, the last time he lost was to the man he's in the cage with right now, Brian Wells. That was back in December of 2015, lost a decision on a Caged Warrior Championship show.
Jenkins holding onto that head again.
Knee on belly, looking for the full mount is Wells, couldn't get there, half guard position. Glances towards his corner, does Tony Jenkins.
There's no reason that Wells can't advance right now to cross sides and out. Either or. Legs are wide open.
First time outings as pros for both of these men. When you made your pro debut, Pat, was it in a venue similar to this, similar style crowd?
Actually, it was about 5,000 people.
Wow.
It was a no-holds-barred tournament, no weight division, no rules, no time limits. And it was a rabid crowd, I can tell you. South side of Chicago.
Did you fight someone heavier or lighter?
All three of my fights were guys that were well over 200 pounds, yeah.
Tremendous.
That was fun.
Referee stands them up and Jenkins goes swinging.
Wells loses his mouthpiece.
Ripping into the body with a rugged right hand is Big Tony Jenkins.
I see Jenkins just push off and start punching. Yeah, there.
Hooks him with the right, looks for a double leg. Nice sprawl out though by Jenkins to defend against the takedown attempt.
Looking for a choke.
Jenkins wants to finish.
I like that choke. Oh, that was illegal. That's a point. Fairly flagrant. But his head was right there, ref.
It was right there. We'll see what the referee does here if he does indeed deduct a point from Jenkins, which would really hurt him.
You got to think your way through a fight, man.
Now, there is a new variation of the rules, correct, Pat?
Well,
this was not within them.
Jenkins is saying his hands were up, but he doesn't understand his knee was down. He was sitting on his ass.
Is that allowable under the new rules, however?
That's not legal. he would have to be on his feet. In my mind, I think that knees should be legal everywhere. Elbows are legal everywhere. Why aren't knees?
Referee helping Wells up here. Going to get him checked out by the doctor.
Is he going to take a point?
Haven't seen the point deduction yet. Might be the slowest moving doctor I think I've ever seen. He wandered over there like he was in a park on a Sunday going to a picnic.
Good thing Wells isn't in dire physical condition.
There's no hurry, Doc. Wonder if the doctor's going to call it off here.
You can't see that same when you started.
Doctor looks a little bit like Oliver Platt, I think. And indeed, he has decided to call it off. Crowd is not happy. Neither is Tony Jenkins. Flush knee.
We'll see if it's a DQ victory for Wells.
Let us know your thoughts on Twitter at Chevello Voice, at Pat Miletich, at Krunk. We want to hear what you think. Now the referee is talking to one of the commissioners here, just by the cage door, trying to decide perhaps what the outcome will be here.
Ron Crook's made his way up there to have a listen.
He's always sniffing around, Ron Crook, Pat.
Yes, he is.
Always roving.
I saw him in my backyard one time.
He's always roving, getting the scoops. And Ron is telling us it's going to be a DQ victory going the way here of Brian Wells. Let's go to Mike Kendall to make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a disqualification here tonight due to an intentional illegal strike to a downed opponent. Declaring your winner, out of the red corner, Brian Wells.
Not the way that Wells wanted to begin his pro career, nor so for Jenkins, but it is in the books as a DQ for Wells.
Got to think when you're in there fighting.
Okay, well, Rovin Ronnie Crook has gone off Rovin again, and he's backstage now with Superman Ryan Spann.
With the man of steel, Ryan Superman Spann. And Ryan, you called out your opponent, Trevin Giles, pretty much immediately after he won his last fight. So obviously he's been on your radar. Why is that?
We've been trying to get this fight for a good little minute now, closer to a year. And basically it's because he's undefeated. Yeah, he's undefeated. I'm not allowed to be undefeated. So we're going to help him out to kind of straighten put that blemish there where it needs to be.
That's right. He comes in at 8-0, and with that is a lot of hype. However, you've been in the cage with some of the best, including Robert Drysdale. Do you feel that he's faced the same level of competition that you have?
Absolutely not.
So how will that benefit you tonight?
I've been here before, man. The big stage, the big lights, I'm used to it. You know, I've been here 9-3, and a bunch of big fights, you know. I've been here, so it's nothing.
Looking forward to it. Should be a good one. Michael and Pat, back to you.
Thanks, Ron. A good one is an understatement. It's going to be an electrifying main event, but coming up after the break, Joel Scott looks for another spectacular knockout over the up-and-coming stud, Carlos Vera. You're watching LFA 3 on Access TV. Welcome back inside the sold-out Golden Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Welcome back to Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3. Next up, a bantamweight contest. It's going to be Carlos Vera, 5-1, taking on 5-5 Joel Scott at bantamweight. Let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the LFA Octagon, fighting out of the blue corner, Carlos Pequeno Vera.
Overcome all of your enemies, rise above it by any means, think only positivity.
29-year-old Carlos Vera did some training in Spain and Ireland in the fall. A 2.5-month camp for Vera. Sprained his ankle in the first week of camp, couldn't walk, didn't think he'd be able to fight. Says it's okay now. Plans to feel out in the first round, keep his distance, work the range, coming with the counters to the heavy lefts of his opponent. Wait for Joel Scott to overcommit and then capitalize. Vera predicting he'll get a knockout in the second round.
I think he's going to look for takedowns as this fight moves along.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the red corner, Joel the Demon Scott.
The Demon Joel Scott, the 33-year-old out of Port Arthur, Texas, had an 8-week camp in prep for this one. Said he worked on his striking. Says the weak point of Carlos is that he drops his hands too much. Look to counter off the taekwondo kicks of Carlos and really let the punches go. He predicts a first-round knockout. Let's take a closer look here at Joel Scott.
Joel Scott is never boring. This guy is a lot of fun to watch. He's got great wrestling, great power. And he really does have good strikes. He likes to be flashy. You can tell he thrives on the excitement of a fight. He enjoys it in there. Loves to hear the crowd roar and just loves to do battle. Heck of an athlete, though. There he is, knocking out Justin Rader, who's gone on a tear at the weight division above.
His record may not reflect it, but Joel Scott is an animal. Can he get the animal turned on tonight in front of a sellout crowd here in Lake Charles?
Yeah, 5-5 is definitely not indicative of this kid's technique and ability.
Also in 5-1 as an amateur, finished every opponent he beat. Joel Scott in the Legacy Fighting Alliance Octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Bantamweight division. And it's brought to you by Venom Fight Gear, the official glove of the LFA. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This stand-up fighter stands 5'6", weighed in at 135.1 pounds. Holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 5 wins, 1 defeat, with 2 wins coming by way of submission, 1 by way of knockout. Training at a Moon College TKD and fighting out of New Orleans, Louisiana, Carlos Pequeno Vera. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a boxer, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style fighter, standing 5'8", weighed in at 135.2 pounds. Holding a professional record, 5 wins, 5 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of submission, 1 by way of knockout. Training out of Texas Punishment Crew, and fighting out of Port Arthur, Texas, Joel the Demon Scott. Your referee in charge of the action is Jordan Bass.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules. That the rules meaning in the back. I want a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Do you have any questions? You have any questions? All right, gentlemen, touch gloves. Let's do this.
This one should be good. Vera says he'll knock out Scott in 2. Scott says he'll knock out Vera in 1. Vera with a front kick, does have a very good kicking arsenal on him.
And loves leg locks. So look for those when these guys hit the ground.
Southpaw stance, looking to throw that left hand down the center. Is Joel Scott. Flicking punt kick there, can't call that a front kick from Carlos Vera. Leg speed goes to Vera so far, hand speed goes to Joel Scott.
And Vera's got good kicks. Light on his feet, moving well.
Step through side kick there from Vera. Does have a background in Taekwondo. You can see a little bit of that flash already. Outside crescent kick.
Oh, stepped in too deep there.
Oh, what a takedown from Scott! Tried to drive him through the canvas.
That's the price you pay for missing a side kick. Got himself completely out of position.
A confidence-boosting takedown for Joel Scott.
Joel Scott doing a good job keeping his position, staying tight. Joel Scott's arms caught inside there. Needs to get it out and underneath the head of Vera. Vera knows this, that's why he's pinching down on it so hard. Vera just needs to get that underhook. Not able to do it so far.
Full mount for Joel Scott.
Beautiful.
Vera reverses him, goes inside the guard.
No reason you should get rolled from that position. It's literally impossible.
Big support for both of these men here tonight. Crowd seems split down the center for this one.
For those aspiring fighters at home, when that happens, just stick your arm out. It'll stop it. It's kind of like if you tripped and fell over, you stick your hand out, right?
Sure.
It's an instinct thing. He's not locking him up here. Doesn't want him to advance. And with a leg locker, you generally want to go to butterfly guard so they can't have access to your legs as easily, or you've got to close your guard. If you've got real good leg lockers, you really have to pay attention.
Going to posture up here, Carlos Vera. Good pop on the left hand of the jaw. There's one off the right, and controlling that posture puts him inside the full close guard to Scott. 140 remains in the first round. Back and forth contest here.
Vera taking full advantage of this position reversal, landing a lot of good punches.
There's a guy sitting right behind us, Pat, that just keeps yelling elbow. Even when Vera's in no position to throw an elbow, he yells elbow.
He's a violent American.
It's his expert commentary for the night. Just shout elbow every 12 seconds. Skips a leg out, nicely done from Vera.
Good inside trip. Joel Scott trying to hit that elevator. You can see him lifting that leg, trying to tip him.
his feet.
Nice roll through.
Beautiful work here from Joel Scott.
It's popping out.
Has he got it?
Straightening that arm, he's strong. Scott needs to get out to his left. Scoot his hips out from underneath Vera.
Scott hunting the submission.
Vera putting that body weight back into the equation. Got to isolate the limb by scooting out to the limb. Not scooting his hips.
Joel Scott wants to take that arm home. He wants to souvenir it.
If anything, put the right foot inside and lift that leg and sweep him with it.
And Vera's out of trouble. The crowd rallies now for Carlos Vera.
Nice attempt by Scott, though.
One round down, we go to the towels. An absolute cracking. You're watching LFA 3. Sold out in the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles.
He's got to be careful, misses this kick, and look at how out of position he is. The guy is strong and as athletic as Scott. Dumps him right on his back. And Scott does a good job of sliding to the mount, but you got to settle in once you get there. Be ready, get those arms out. And his arm's trapped. Just not paying attention to detail there and getting rolled. You can see him here now, hunts the arm. Sits hard. Gets out initially on the side. Doing a good job of getting this arm free. But Vera showing a lot of strength and understanding he's got to get his hips and his body back into the equation. See how he's scooting his weight to the right, putting his body weight on top of Scott so Scott can't scoot out and get a better angle to attack the arm.
We're ready to roll. Second round of action. What's been a crack-out? Vera taking the first 10-9 on Pat's scorecard.
It's a good fight.
Cutting side kick.
Those are so annoying to receive in a fight.
Oh, the big kibosh! He tagged him! Here comes Joel Scott!
Joel needs to let him up. Let him up and go right back to work.
He absolutely clocked him with that perfectly timed counter.
Went to the well one too many times.
My word. That was a cracking blow.
He got clotheslined. Vera locking on here, gathering his wits. Don't know how badly he's hurt right now.
Let's go to Ron in Scott's corner. Ron.
Guys, right on cue. The Texas Punishment crew in Joel Scott's corner. In between rounds said he's going to keep it standing. They think he can knock him out right now, and he almost did. Michael.
Thanks, Ron. They came very close for Joel Scott.
Joel just didn't need to follow him to the ground. Vera doing a good job of tying him up and regaining his composure here. Vera slowly working his way back into this fight. That foot being on his hip, Scott doesn't want to sit up. He knows Vera's going to disappear once he does. For the leg lock, what he loves to do.
Scott not giving it to him.
Nice job.
Vera spins around, takes the back standing here.
Needs to block a leg and dump him here.
Reverse elbow from Scott was nicely placed above the iliac.
for the arm-in guillotine here. Not able to get it.
Beautiful elbow to the bridge of the nose there from Vera.
That might have cut him.
Trying to get that one just below the right eye. There's the expert again calling out elbow.
He's right, though. He's landing elbows. He's listening to him, Mike.
There you go. Row 2 has the expert commentary. Seat F. There he goes. I think it's the only word in the English language he actually knows, Pat. Elbow and beer.
Vera doing a good job here, coming back in this round.
Could be a form of Tourette's for all we know, Pat.
No, then there'd be an expletive before it.
Vera trying to work from inside the guard. Yes. Elbow man wants more elbows. Final seconds of the round. Oh, beautiful right hand from Vera, toe-to-toe now. Roundhouse kick, right at the buzzer, smack bang! What a fight.
Tell you what, one hell of a round here. Second time he pays a big price for missing that. There's the clothesline. Drops him. Scott paying attention. No takedown this time. I'll put you down with a punch. And chased him to the ground. And then after Vera started making his comeback, makes that mistake and starts slugging with a guy like Joel Scott. Probably not the wisest thing to do. Takes that liver kick and then the left hand. And that was at the bell. That was a legal knockdown. That was the second knockdown. Vera performed great the second half of the round besides that. So I'm going to 10-9.
Got to agree, got knocked down twice. 10-9 round for Joel Scott. Sounds fair. One round apiece after two. We roll into the third.
But I can see the judges giving him a 10-8 because of the two knockdowns. Depends on if they scored that last knockdown as a knockdown.
We have ourselves a fight. You can erase the first fight of the night from your DVR. This one's a keeper.
Joe Scott's going for a knockout in this round. Got to stop the takedowns.
Twitter seems to be in agreement as a 10-9 round to Joel Scott. Skipping outside leg kick from Vera.
Vera proving he's one hell of a tough guy.
There's a Taekwondo roundhouse. Beautifully done by Vera. Not too effective though. Looks flashy.
Got to kick through your target with Muay Thai kicks. Don't flick. Don't go to the target.
Usually the flicking Taekwondo comes from WTF, which is the Olympic style of Taekwondo. The harder style comes from the ITF practitioners, the original style.
Or the combat Taekwondo, right?
Right. Olympic Taekwondo is more a glorified game of tag.
Oof. Scott needs to quit posturing and get to work, just in case. Don't know what happened with that first round. with the judges. One guy's, oh man.
Nice combination from Scott. Went body, then hook to the head off the backhand.
Vera's shooting three-pointers and Scott's throwing layups. I'll go with the layups any day.
Good roundhouse kick, just clipped him on the right ribs.
Poked him in the eye.
Yeah, took a little thumb to the eye. There's a head kick. This is just an intriguing battle. You still get the feeling one of these two is going to get knocked out. Muay Thai clinch, high knee from Vera. Scott backed up now.
Might have hurt him with that liver kick toward the end of that. Vera showing he really does want to win this fight, that's for sure. Coming out hard. Scott needs to turn, push off. Nice throw. Vera kicks his hips out well. Scott needs to turn, push off, and punch. Turn this into a boxing match. Vera looking to get an inside trip again, probably.
Chance for the knees. Nice trajectory on that one from Vera.
Steps through again.
Takedown from Scott inside Vera's closed guard.
Second time to charm.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in this fight, an even fight.
Got to get to work to catch back up. Scott got to do some damage to catch back up in this round.
Okay, let's go to Rovin Ron in Joel Scott's corner.
Hey guys, it's the last time Joel Scott fought here. Not only did he break his arm, but he also lost a tough split decision. He said his goal was to avoid it going to the judges. He's going to try to finish this any way he can. Michael.
Thanks, Ron. Meanwhile, he's defending a possible armbar attempt here from Carlos Vera. 110 remaining.
Vera, good angle. Got to get the other leg on the bottom, though.
What a contest we are seeing. Crowd on their feet here. The golden nugget is erupting.
Oh, man, that's tight.
Is Vera going to find it? Belly down armbar.
Joel Scott's got to hop over the body right now. Got to get moving. There he goes.
And Joel Scott defends, and he escapes. This crowd goes bananas. Here comes Joel Scott.
After somebody almost breaks your arm, you tend to come out of it a little angry.
Elbow man's calling for elbows from the crowd, and that's what Vera does. Another elbow, another one to the top of the head, then one to the shoulders. Top of the head again from Vera, trying to open up a money box.
I'm glad you were quiet for a second there, Michael, so we could hear him.
Better expert comments than you, Pat. Just say elbows all night.
He's blowing me away. So Vera has his hand on top of Scott's head, elbowing his own hand at the end there.
What an extraordinary contest. Crowd went into meltdown in that final round. Let us know how you scored on Twitter. At Chevello Voice, at Pat Miletich, at our Crush.
Vera showing a lot of heart in that fight, coming back the way he did in that third round. Great performance. Tough, tough kid. Scott comes blazing in with that combo, and Vera right away locking him up in the clinch, landing some knees, and comes out of there firing. I think that liver kick might have hurt Joel Scott a little bit, and here he is going for the arm bar. Watch how he transitions. Nice job getting his hips around. You want to reverse that. If you're going to scissor your legs, you want the leg on the head side to be on the bottom of that X. Keep pressure on the head. Joel Scott, good job escaping, hopping across the body. Good fight. both guys.
Decision here will be interesting. Will Vera get his 6th pro win? Will Scott get his 6th pro win? Once again, you can see, as Pat said earlier on, that 5-5 record does no justice to the quality of fighter that Joel Scott is.
Right.
And it looks like Mike Kendall has our decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your judges score the bout. 2 of the judges score the bout 30-27, and 1 judge scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Carlos Pequeno Vera.
Wow. One section of the crowd in jubilation, the other section boos and jeers.
Can't let it go to the judges.
Carlos Vera goes 6-1. Joel Scott goes 5-6. And we're going to go backstage now where Roven Ronnie Clark has the undefeated beast, Trevin Giles.
Undefeated at 8-0, Trevin Giles. Trevin, what I find even more impressive than your record is that you have finished all 8 of your opponents. So what is it about your fighting style that is enabling you to end these fights?
Really, it's just my sensitivity towards people's weaknesses. So I'm very relaxed when I'm fighting, and I really just feed off of everybody's mistakes, right? So once I can sense a mistake, I capitalize off it very quick. So I think that's how I'm finishing most of my fights.
You're taking on Ryan Spann, known as Superman. So what's Superman's kryptonite? How do you beat him?
I think I break his will. I based that off of watching his last fight with Drysdale. I saw that he got caught in a rear naked choke, and he was defending it pretty well by having his chin down. And he ended up tapping to it anyway. So that just tells me if you can get him tired, then he'll give you the fight.
Very good. We're looking forward to it. Trevin, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right, Michael and Pat, back to you.
Thanks, Ron, indeed. That is going to be a fantastic main event. And so too will our next fighters. Coming up after the break, legacy veteran Ray Blodgett gets back in the cage with Joshua Davila. That and a whole lot more when we return to Access TV Fights. You're watching LFA 3. Welcome back to the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Welcome back to Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3. Coming up next, it's a catchweight contest at 160 as Joshua Davila takes on Ray Blodgett. Let's get to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Josh Davila.
Hey, all night. Look, tonight's the night. Do you feel it too? If not, I know what music puts you in the mood. Trying to get it popping like an attitude. Get my friends with a ring like the end of school. Hey, what's up, man? What you doing tonight?
33-year-old Joshua Davila out of Baton Rouge. Black belt in Cejudo, brown belt in BJJ. Had a 6-week camp in prep for this one. Has gone 2-3 in his last 5. Though more of a stand-up guy, he says he'll win tonight by submission. Look out for the crucifix. That's the preferred position on the ground for Joshua Davila.
Up against a big, strong Ray Blodgett tonight. Gonna have to outsmart him.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the red corner, Ray Blodgett.
Tough guy, and he's definitely got the ability to go into the UFC and win. You know, I feel bad. I wish somebody would have talked to him and kept him from taking a year off, because he could have got 3 or 4 more wins and been in the UFC by now, and we wouldn't be calling this fight. But nonetheless.
Record, 10 wins, 3 defeats, with 6 wins coming by way of submission, 1 by way of knockout. Training out of Rise MMA and Revolution Dojo, fighting out of Houston, Texas, Ray Blodgett. Your referee in charge of the action is Myron Godet.
Come to the center, guys. Come to the center. All right, both of you have had the rules meeting. Do you have any final questions? All right, touch up. Let's have a good, hard fight.
Blodgett wants to make quick work of Davila. Wants to send a message to the UFC. Says, I want just one crack. I want one shot.
Are you ready? Let's go.
Not getting any younger. 38 years old. Will this get him a pass to the UFC? You never know what Blodgett's going to do in the octagon. Southpaw stance from him.
Davila circling to his right into the power of Blodgett.
Body shot from Blodgett. Catches the kick to Davila. Look for a counter. Clinches up instead. Hopes for a takedown.
Davila was stuck to him there.
Blodgett.
Blodgett, good job getting his hips back out. Really cinching that up on that neck. Starting to wrench here.
Ah, Blodgett may have it sunk.
Oh,
no.
he missed it.
Davila pops the head out.
Should have got the underhook getting up. Doesn't want to give up his back here. Got to turn back into him.
Davila survives. Corky knee to the inside thigh from Davila.
That's at risk of losing position when you go for a submission. Here come the knees.
Muay Thai clinch. Elbows. Bit of Muay Thai 101 there from Blodgett. Look for the headache maker. Nice little quarter angle turn there from Blodgett. The aggressor so far. Davila can't throw lazy kicks.
He's not able to get the takedowns yet. And the legs were given to him.
Blodgett on the inside, a meet and greet. Thai clinch, good work from Blodgett. Overhand elbow. Someone's been honing his Muay Thai.
Nice timing.
Tuck under and looks for a takedown. Davila. Blodgett still won't go down. Trying to put him in a choke again here.
Davila quits driving. He gets in on the legs and then stops driving. Misses the opportunity, loses momentum. Blodgett going for that neck again. Davila, a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so he's fairly well versed in getting out of this stuff.
He's out again. We're on the ground for the first time.
Just no reason to lose position like that. You're on your feet, you're winning the fight. Now he's Davila doing a good job moving to his left here. Blodgett going for a leg lock here. Davila hunting his leg off of it. Always got to watch your own legs when you go for those leg submissions. That's when you're most vulnerable for it. Toe hold. Blodgett pushing with the other foot to get out of there.
Davila looking very relaxed. Both men escaping. Blodgett straight onto his back though, Pat. Didn't get to his feet.
More sense of urgency to get back up there, in my mind.
A lot of people thought that Davila, as a more of an unknown, was going to come in here tonight to get bludgeoned by Blodgett. Hasn't happened. Those elbows, though, are looking dangerous. Scoops to the liver, goes to the ribs. Good combination work from Blodgett. Breaks off.
Need to split the guard with the first elbow. Hand at 12, elbow at 6. Blodgett throwing a kick, took a groin strike there, Mike.
Shot to the old lolly bag, but he's okay.
The what?
Lolly bag.
New one.
Not much power behind those salvos from Davila. Blodgett wanted to rip him to the ribs, goes up to the jaw instead. Just needed a little bit more starch behind that left hand, Ray Blodgett. Loving the elbows here, trying to slice, dice and flay the face. Nice angle. Good counter though from Davila. Blodgett stunned by the right hand. 38-year-old momentarily on the back foot, comes forward now, throws an uppercut. Looks for the decapitator. Davila showing he's not going to go quietly into the night.
Oh, nice head
beautiful
kick.
head kick from Davila. Blodgett was tagged.
Davila isn't flashy, but he's got a good steady pace to him.
Tie clinch again from Blodgett. Got to throw the knees or the elbow off it. Throws neither. Hands around his waist here on Ray Blodgett. End of the round, we go to the towels. Let us know your scorecard here, folks. That's a close one to call. Do you have Davila? Do you have Blodgett? At Chevello Voice, at Pat Milicic, at R. Kruk. Sellout crowd inside the Golden Nugget for Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3. That ring girl holding up the card is possibly the tallest ring girl I've ever seen. She must be about 6'3", Pat.
Tall drink of water, bud.
It's a drink of water you'll never finish. Need a long straw for that.
So Blodgett looking good early on. Nice body shots. He was throwing good elbows and knees. But Davila just not fazed by a whole lot. Coming right back. Landing his own stuff. Not flashy, but just kept coming forward when he needed to. Close round.
(10-9) Blodgett only by a hair.
You ready? Round 2, let's go.
Front kick from Davila. Body shot, then goes head. Blodgett looks for a counter left. Body shot.
Davila looking for those counter right hands.
Let's go to Ron in Blodgett's corner. Ron?
Their advice, Michael, was move forward, do not back up. They want him to throw the right hook and the straight left. Guys.
Thanks, Roven. Fans on Twitter divided about that first round. Some saying Davila, some saying Blodgett. Blodgett gets airborne with a knee. Davila backs him against the cage.
That was a close round.
The buzz about this fight night over the last month or so has just been enormous. Always a big party when Legacy would come to town. So too now for Legacy Fighting Alliance.
Davila trying in vain to get the takedown here.
Blodgett wants to measure him with the knee. Couldn't get it off in time. Davila got a knee off.
Blodgett hesitating there.
Working some angles, some hooking punches. Davila covered up. Elbow missed the target. Nice counter from Davila.
Needs to throw that left to the body. Front the liver.
Pat Blodgett saying he wanted to send a statement to the UFC here at 38 years old after taking a year off. Is he looking UFC worthy to you?
Well, he's fighting a tough guy who's an awkward fighter standing up. I think he's got him hurt now, though. He's starting to put the pressure on.
And Blodgett finish here in the second. Davila looks hurt.
His body's hurt. Blodgett.
Ooh, that was a glancing right hand from Davila. Keeps coming forward. Nice evasion on the left there. Blodgett, what is he doing? Why are his hands around his waist? Allow Davila to tag him. Blodgett's got to keep his hands up.
Oh,
you can't get lazy. Here comes Davila. Oh, tagged him. Tagged him with a straight left. The power hand of the southpaw.
Blodgett sick of getting hit, apparently.
Uppercut, tries to put the chin through the top of the head. We got a scrap now. This crowd baying for blood. I don't think they care whose blood it is. They just want to see someone bleeding in the cage.
Blodgett needs to throw a few head kicks after a combo.
Davila still comes forward. Blodgett's hands are low.
Blodgett seems to not think that Davila can hurt him with his strikes. Not worried about his power, apparently.
The former lightweight champion of Legacy, Ray Blodgett. Slapping punch there from Davila. Oh, how it tastes my feet.
Blodgett needs to step back in after those punches miss. Oh.
Left hand. Blodgett has been hit with some clean punches, but maybe...
Loading up too much.
Maybe Davila doesn't have the power to really phase him too much. Blodgett, as you said, Pat, doesn't think so. Hands around his waist, very casually moving around.
Davila locking his hands here. He might get this. Got to get his hips in and lift, man. Yeah.
Blodgett on his back. Where can Davila go from here?
He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so we'll see. See if he can pass the guard here.
That said, he's never won a fight by submission. 4 by decision, 2 by knockout or TKO.
Both guys seem to be getting a little bit tired.
Armbar attempt from Blodgett.
Second time he's done that.
Blodgett swinging. Spinning back fist was nowhere near the target. 2 down, 1 to go. Did Blodgett edge it again? Big hello to Ribs. Greg Rebello watching over on the East Coast. Hope you're not snowed in too bad, Ribs. Enjoying a Friday night on Access TV.
Oh, he's snowed in all right. Blodgett landing lots of heavy leather. Davila not able to hurt him with all the shots he was hitting him with. And watch this. Over the top. Right when Davila was throwing his left. Keep your hands up or that's what happens to you. You know, that's all you got to remember, Mike. Hands up, chin down.
Advice. 2018, Blodgett, but 2 very close rounds. Sold out inside the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles. Beautiful Lake Charles. Been cool over the last couple of days. The humidity hasn't been as high. And it's crawfish season, which is always a good time, Pat.
We had a blast, didn't we?
Oh, we had a big blast last night.
Every time we come here. People are great.
3rd and final round. Blodgett, if he wants to send that message, needs to finish. Evades the 2 kicks. There's the Cejudo background of Davila. He's got a run in Davila's corner.
Guys, they think Davila is winning this fight. They told him to continue with some takedowns and off the break, throw more elbows. Michael.
Thank you.
Davila showing he's here to stay, man. Blodgett letting his guard down for a second here. Better get position back. Let's see Davila trying to slide his leg behind him.
Can't use the Cejudo down here. Davila, you know who invented American Cejudo, Pat?
I'm not quite aware.
The one, the only, Mr. Chuck Norris.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah. Blodgett hunting for a way back to his feet, gets there now.
What's Davila going to do with this position? He's going to hop up and become the backpacker. Nice job bringing him back down. Clock's burning. Davila's winning this round so far. Blodgett needs to square up to him, get an underhook, turn him, get out of there, and start boxing again.
You know, Pat, you gave the first 2 rounds to Blodgett, but they could have easily have gone to Davila. It's that close.
I think so, yeah. The second one, tough because of the knockdown. But first one, absolutely.
Takes the back here, does Davila.
Takes advantage this time, gets that hook in. Davila, nice job flattening him out. Tell you what, man, this kid's tough. He's just stuck with it the entire fight. Kept grinding away.
Many thought he'd be fodder for Blodgett to own here tonight. Hasn't been the case. 2:10 remaining, 3rd and final round.
Waiting for Davila to come up the mount here. Arm triangle potentially. He's looking for it. Blodgett recognizing it. Davila, nice job.
Oh, Davila.
Good transition. Got the arm trapped.
Blodgett in trouble here.
Blodgett needs to kick his hips out and get out of there.
Blodgett safe for the moment.
Davila just maneuvering better on the ground right now. Good shot.
Chambered that knee to the top of the hamstring. Tango back against the octagon again. 45 seconds remains now. Hasn't been a good round for Blodgett.
Inside trip again. Davila staying after him. Yeah, he could easily pull off this fight if the judges gave him the first round, because he's definitely won the third.
Final seconds. Davila trying to finish strongly. Good elbow.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges scored the bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Josh Davila.
Davila takes a unanimous decision. Again, applause in sections of the crowd, boos in other sections of the crowd. Disappointment for Blodgett. Welcome to the LFA for Davila. Okay, folks, stay tuned for 2 fighters that promise an epic throwdown as Machado and Trent Meaux step in the cage after our quick break. Access TV Fights will be right back. Next up, at Bantamweight, it's going to be Machado taking on the local Trent Meaux. It should be a corker. Let's go to Mike Kendall.
And now, making his way to the blue corner, Caio Machado.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
23-year-old Machado 5-week training camp in prep for this one. Worked on his movement, his wrestling, his boxing technique. Predicts a second-round knockout via the knees. On a 4-fight winning streak, Machado over Joan Hardis, Calvacante da Silva, Jefferson Oliveira, Ishmael Laurentino, and Ronaldo Exon. Let's take a closer look at Machado.
Machado's definitely improved since his loss to Peterson. He has a ton of heart in this fight. Was an absolute war, one of the best fights of the year. Slugging it out, showing he had a chin, a lot of heart. Good jiu-jitsu skills. Not necessarily the greatest defense standing up, but exciting nonetheless, man.
Machado, who started training at 5 years old, a Cejudo Brazil champion. 4 wins by sub, 3 by TKO or knockout, 3 by decision. Hasn't lost since the fight against Ocho Peterson by a guillotine choke in the first round. That was back in February 2015. After he made his American debut in explosive fashion, defeating the very tough Domingo Pilate at Legacy 27 back on January 31st, 2014.
A little equipment failure here. David Maldonado having to come over and help out.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Trent Meaux.
Big ovation for Louisiana's own Trent Meaux, the 30-year-old, had a 2.5-month training camp. He worked on savate in this camp. Savate is a French martial art, predominantly a kicking art. Beautiful array of kicks in savate. They concentrate particularly on the side kick. Last 5 fights here for Trent Meaux. Came up the win over Justin Cook, the loss to Ricky Turklos, the back-to-back wins over Joel Scott and Cody Williams, 2 very tough opponents. The loss to Roberto Sanchez. Let's take a close look now at Trent Meaux.
Trent Meaux is always exciting. This guy loves to get into wars. And this fight was definitely fell under that heading. Absolute war. There he is going against Scott and Cody Williams. Good boxing skills, really good kicks, and I'm sure that his kicks are even better now that he has done some spot.
Let's see if the savate or the French boxing comes into play from Meaux. Here's the ton of the tape. Experience goes the way of Machado. He is 7 years the younger, 4 inches the taller, has the reach of the arms, and is a big 5 inches longer downstairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Bantamweight division. It is brought to you by the Golden Nugget Casino Resort here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This jiu-jitsu fighter stands 5'9", weighed in at 135.5 pounds. Holding a professional record, 10 wins, 2 defeats, with 4 wins coming by way of submission, 3 by way of knockout. Training out of O Athletic, 1 fight, Team New Kopor and CT MMA. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Caio Machado. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 5'5", weighed in at 135 pounds. Holding a professional record, 5 wins, 2 defeats, and 1 draw, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout, 1 via submission. Training out of CSW headquarters, and fighting out of Fullerton, California, by way of New Iberia, Louisiana, Trent Meaux. When we begin, your referee in charge of the action is Stan McCandlish.
All right, guys, we went over the rules earlier. Do you have any questions? Fight hard, fight clean, protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch up, do it now. Let's go.
Stan McCandlish. Trent Meaux. Cal Machado. Can Meaux work the art of the old shoe, as they call Savate?
You ready? You ready? Fight!
First kick of the fight thrown by Machado, a roundhouse off the back leg. There's one off the front leg.
Both guys shin to shin on that one. See how Meaux gets inside here.
Roundhouse kick from Meaux. Nice snaking left hand from him. Overhand right to a left hook.
Meaux's a tough little character. Machado's got to be very careful with this man.
You never know what angles Meaux's going to hit you from. And he comes down the center corridor and backs up Machado.
He blistered him with that right hand, spun his head around.
Left hook from Meaux.
Machado's getting lit up right now.
Machado takes a kick to the ribs, looks for a takedown. Meaux will have none of it.
Nice job spinning the angle and throwing him off. Oh, man.
Trent Meaux, house on fire in the first round.
I'm telling you, Meaux's a little killer, man.
Machado better keep that chin tucked or his streak's going to come to an end. Pops Meaux with the lead left. Meaux continually cutting angles. Machado looks for a takedown again. Meaux stuffs it.
Sticking that arm across the waist, blocking the hips, keeping them back. Nice angles.
Overhand right, looking for the orbital of the Brazilian.
There's a
beautiful liver. Cracks the liver again with the kick. Meaux on fire.
Dude, there is a strike funnel that leads directly to Machado's head and body. Holy cow.
Oh, again, it's the Meaux flow here in the first round.
Trent Meaux can't miss so far. Machado needs to hit those takedown attempts quicker after he throws his strikes. Good job, pressure on the head.
Oh, he's going to let him up. Outside leg kick from Meaux.
Look at Machado's. He's looking at him through his...
Oh, again.
He keeps getting tagged, and he's like, this guy is annoying, man. He keeps hitting me. Can't figure him out yet.
Outside leg kick from Meaux, hitting every part of the body that he wants at will.
Look at his angles, yeah. Good instincts, reads the body. Look at him disappear on him. Olé.
Gain to the orbital, flush right hand from Meaux. Absolutely owning Machado in the stand-up. Checks the low kick. Gets it inside leg kick off.
Machado is, for the most part, hitting air.
He's taken more knocks than a front door. Cal Machado. Totally Meaux's round so far. 1 minute 35 remaining. Too quick, too agile. Sees everything Machado tries to throw coming.
Great footwork.
Switch up roundhouse there from Meaux. That's where you put the lead leg to the back and throw the lead leg as a rear kick. Good outside leg kick. Fakes the body shot. A faultless performance so far in the first round from Trent Meaux.
Look at that. Sweet steps to angles. Punching while he's stepping.
You can certainly tell that he's been working on his savate. It's coming through here. Great sport to watch as well. It's very much French boxing, French kickboxing. No elbows, no knees, all hands and kicks. That's what we're seeing from Meaux so far. Look at that. Bounces off the cage, circles clockwise, goes to the liver, backs off, in and out goes Meaux. Machado trying to hit him with something, but every time he throws, Mo's gone on him.
Machado is not cutting off the ring. You have to with this movement that Trent Mo's throwing at him.
Double forearms against the roundhouse kick. Spinning back fist was a little lazy there from Machado.
But now Machado's wishing there was a chain link fence going down the middle of this cage.
A very easy first round for Trent Meaux.
Trent Meaux, really great movement, instincts, head movement. Spun his head with that one, backing him off. Sticking him again and making him stagger. Brilliant, brilliant technique.
Stay relaxed. He was going to get desperate at the end, then he started getting a couple shots. Keep touching him up and circling to your left. Touch a couple down to the left. Keep it up. Keep turning him. This is your fight. This is your fight. Finish it here. Let's go now.
You don't have to put Pat's scorecard on the screen. If you don't know that Meaux won that round, please slap yourself repeatedly with a wet fish.
These guys are staring each other down right now.
Second round, fight!
A flawless opening stanza from Trent Meaux. Okay, let's go to Ron in Mo's corner, Ron.
Yeah, no shocker here, Michael. They said keep doing what you're doing, keep it standing up. Look for the switch kick and the cross hook. Back to you.
There's the switch kick. Little fakes of the head from Meaux, just trying to entice Machado to take the bait, come into range.
Trent Meaux negates that reach of Machado by moving his head when he comes in to strike, so any punches coming in on him are going to miss for the most part. Slides right past the fist, gets inside.
Beautiful ripping shot to the liver there from Meaux. Mo's corner telling him keep pushing Trent. His pace is slowing.
The thing about Meaux, his instincts are so good. He knows where the openings are going to be. He anticipates the openings.
Spinning back fist from Machado.
He saw it coming a mile away. He was already moving with it.
Jab two, gets out of range. Nicely done from Meaux. Overhand right, evades the right-handed Machado.
Machado cut him off a little bit more.
Switch kick again from Meaux.
Quick right hand.
Machado really looks puzzled here.
Not moving his head when he's punching. He'll throw a combo and get your head out of the way. He's not moving his head. It's stationary. Get hit all day long like that.
Meaux constantly moving here. Great movement again from Meaux.
He's gone every time he's moving past while he's striking, or when he's done, he just gets out of dodge. Doesn't stand there to admire his work like a lot of guys do.
Good right hand again. Straight away he's off. Machado has no idea how to stop what Meaux's doing to him.
Doesn't know where to punch.
Doesn't know where to step, doesn't know where to punch. Holds out his hands as if to say, stop moving, fella. Give me a crack at least.
Hey, just come here for a second and stand in front of me. Preferably in a phone booth.
Meaux is just playing with him here. Shoots in for a
deep.
Double leg. Meaux's going for a ride. Now can Machado keep him there? Takes the back. Now Machado puts a figure four around the body, and this is Machado land.
Yeah.
This is Machadoville. Can he? Can he?
Meaux trying to pull that arm down. Now he's got the gable grip. This gets tight. 45 seconds left.
Can Machado finish?
Oh, man. He gave the thumbs up, but I don't know if that was premature. His chin's inside.
Can Machado get the choke?
Look at him. Oh, he's got to keep a hold of that hand when he does that. Don't let go of it. There, now he's okay. Got it trapped underneath. Grab that and hold on to it for dear life.
He can't. Machado, can he reset before the bell?
My goodness.
How the pendulum swung as soon as they went to ground.
There, now he's holding on to the wrist.
And Meaux will survive.
One mistake.
A big enough mistake to cost him the round.
I don't believe so.
Look at the welt of the leg of Machado. Looks like he's been barbecued.
Meaux looking good again in the beginning of this round. Most of this round, nice liver shot. A little bit high. Might not have clipped the liver. And then finally, Machado gets in deep and hits the dump. Goes straight to cross sides, takes his back, right away going for the choke, wants to get the heck out of there. He's had enough of getting punched in the face. It was close, but Meaux survives.
Your switch kick's killing him. That switch kick, 2-3, switch kick, you hit him every time.
Nine both rounds for Meaux.
Last round, last round.
As Pat said, though, one mistake almost proved Meaux's undoing. First round was flawless. Second round until the final 30 or 40 seconds was flawless. He only needs to give Machado a sniff.
Like I said, we've seen Machado in wars before.
Machado's calling Meaux forward. It looks like that time on the ground at the end of the last round has boosted the Brazilian's confidence.
Well, he's probably smart to at least bait him into a war, make it easier to get a takedown.
Machado, a little more gusto about his striking now.
Yeah.
Now on the move.
I'd be telling him, because of this movement, Machado, I'd be saying, look, if he moves to your left, skip kick to the liver, moves to your right, low kick with your right, or a head kick, just to make him stand in front of him a little more and be a little worried about circling left or right.
Lunging right hand from Meaux. Circles off counterclockwise. Almost at the halfway point of this third and final round. Should Meaux just grind out the clock here and tie him up, clinch him up, pat, and just grind the seconds away?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe he's got the first 2 rounds. I don't know if that's really his style, though.
Nice uppercut.
Looks up at the big screen. Take a look at the clock.
Machado. Wants a toe-to-toe slugfest. Meaux's not going to give him one. He's too slick for that. Machado needs to get this fight on the ground.
Needs to time those punches from Meaux and get in on a double leg again. That was a weak attempt. That was a bend over and grab for the legs. Oh, look at him going to half guard here. Taking his back. That was slick.
Plenty of time remaining here for Machado to try and find the choke.
Is he getting too high? Got to be careful there. He's posting up to try and get back.
Meaux safe for the moment.
Got a minute to do it, Mike.
Figure 4 wrapped around the body.
Machado definitely cannot leave it to the judges here in Louisiana.
And Machado do it now. Meaux gives the referee the thumbs up. The Brazilian hasn't got it. But he's got a Meaux's feet imprinted on his thigh. Gee, what a welch. It's on the figure 4 again, half a minute now.
30 seconds, man, just, I mean, I might be telling him to come up and just take him out and start dropping the elbows and try and finish this fight fast.
15 seconds.
He's gonna spin for an armbar. Oh, he tried trapping the leg. Yeah, he was going for the armbar. Triangle now.
Valiant effort from Machado. Fantastic 3 rounds from Meaux. Let us know your thoughts on Twitter at Chevello Voice, at Pat Miletich, at Art Cruck. Machado's very disappointed with himself and he's cut under his right eye.
Meaux again with great striking. Didn't seem to tire at all in this fight. Even though he stayed super busy, a lot of movement. Obviously worked his cardio a lot. In great shape, always on the balls of his feet. Disappearing angles, never moving straight backwards. Machado, watch him slide his hips in underneath. This is really nice. Half guard, gets the weight going forward, then brings it back down so it's off of him. And then just slides his hips around. Nice little technique to take his back. But Meaux was able to survive that attack.
Okay, let's go to Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of professional MMA, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges scored the bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Trent Meaux.
Biggest victory of Meaux's career so far. On the feet, a perfect performance. He's with Ron.
Trent Meaux.
Yeah.
executed nearly a perfect first round using your movement, your strikes, your kicks. Had a scare in that second round, but let's talk about your game plan coming in first.
It was coming in and win, really working my cardio. He was in great shape, but pushed the pace. I scored on the striking, I won. And my next step is to drop down to 125, and I want to fight Little Fury MMA again. Fought him in my second fight, he won, and I want to get that win back. And after I beat him, I want a title shot.
Nice, all right, I like the game plan here. Let's look at some of the highlights first and talk us through this, because your movement and your striking was pinpoint tonight, my man.
I work a lot of Savate with Mark Sells in California. I work with Eric Paulson, he's a great guy, he's a great coach. I used it, I jump rope 30 minutes a day, I run 3 miles a day, every day.
How close was that RNC in the second?
I mean, he didn't really have it in, but I was pretty winded, I was pretty burned, so I just said, you know what, if I go home tonight with a loss, I'm going to bed.
Well, you made it through. Congratulations on a huge victory.
Thank you very much.
All right, Michael and Pat, back to you.
Thanks, Ron. Trent Meaux getting a big win here tonight. Coming up next, Alex Bet on Black looks to keep the streak going against Thanh Le, who plans to show the world that he is a top featherweight. More when we return. Welcome back to the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Welcome back to Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3. Still to come here tonight, 2 big main events. Ryan Spann looks to put the first blemish on Trevin Giles' record in the big one. And also John Kirk, the veteran, takes on Brendan Allen. But coming up now, can't wait for this. Alex Black, that submission specialist, takes on Thanh Le at featherweight. Let's go to Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Thanh Le.
Thanh Le from New Orleans. Started doing Taekwondo when he was just 5 years old. His father from Vietnam. A 3-month camp in prep for this one. Very sharp footwork. Likes to mix it up along on short-range attacks. Knows that Alex is going to try and clinch him up and take him down and hope for a sub. He comes in tonight on a fantastic 5-fight winning streak dating back to 2014.
He's a finisher, Michael.
Didn't make a prediction yesterday, just said I want to get the win. Also in 3-0 as an amateur, finished all 3 by first round. And as you saw, the 5-fight streak has finished all those 5 opponents in the first round. Will this one last any more than 5 minutes?
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Alex Bet on Black.
A legacy favourite now fighting in LFA for the first time, Alex Bet on Black. Black comes in on a 3-fight winning streak, having finished 2 of those opponents in the very first round. The man who lists Stone Cold Steve Austin as his hero comes in on a 4-week training camp. Knows he's got to watch out for Ton's explosiveness in his right hand. Says he has stronger ground game than Thanh Le. Says he'll submit him tonight, but he may also finish him striking.
Tell you what, Alex Black has always had really good ground skills since we started watching him, but it's his striking that has improved greatly as he's progressed in his MMA career, but he is smooth on the ground. If this fight does go to the ground, Lee had better be wary, because Alex Black loves to hunt submissions, and he'll go from one to the next the entire time.
Let's go to Mike Kendall for our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Access TV Fights feature fight of the night. It is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Featherweight division. It is brought to you by GLC 2000, the world's most potent joint pain formula. GLC 2000, no pain, more gain. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This Taekwondo-style fighter stands 5'10", weighed in at 144.6 pounds. Holding a professional record, 5 wins, 1 defeat, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout, 1 via submission. Training out of Mid-City MMA and Moon College TKD. Fighting out of New Orleans, Louisiana, his opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a jiu-jitsu specialist standing 6 foot tall, weighed in at 145.7 pounds. Holding a professional record, 11 wins, 4 defeats, with 6 wins coming by way of submission, 2 by way of knockout. Training out of 4 Ounce Fight Club in Bushiban. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Alex Baton Black. Your referee in charge of the action is Jordan Bass.
Fighters to center, please. All right, Joe, we went over the rules at the rules meeting. I want a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? All right, gentlemen, touch gloves. Let's do this.
3 rounds of action, but few think it'll go that far.
Wait for my start.
Ton Lee. Alex Black.
We clear? All right. Fight ready!
Alex Black at -130. Ton Lee at -110, according to Nick Kalikas. Look out for the Taekwondo stylings in the kicking arsenal from Ton Lee. And there it is early, tried to take his nose off with a spinning hook kick.
Hands always stay up against a guy like this. Make sure they're higher than your head. This will motivate Black to get a takedown. Very dangerous kicks coming at him.
Black tries for one of his own.
Lee aborted taking that takedown. He had his back, said nope, keep it standing.
Black in southpaw stance. So too Ton Lee, though he will switch. If you've ever watched Taekwondo, all Taekwondoans continually switch stance, never remain in one stance. Aren't renowned for their hands, for their kicks.
Don't kick with a kicker.
Head kick there from Ton Lee.
Oh.
Cracks that one. Black in trouble here.
Guy's got power, man. Alex got to get moving, tie those hands up.
A pummeling.
That kick to the body. Wow. Talk about powder in the rib cage.
Ton Lee sends a message.
Ton Lee's got some sick power and some great striking. Holy cow. That boy's dangerous. Watch this kick unload. Love to get the sound with that. And great follow-up with that left hand over the top. Boom. Yeah, he's got power. Was invited to train with the United States Olympic Taekwondo team. Didn't go out. He was in high school and having too much fun. Like a baseball bat smacking him in the rib cage.
Got him, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Jordan Bass calls a stop to the fight in 1 minute 43 seconds into the very first round for your winner by TKO, Thanh.
Thanh Le 6-1. And Ron's going to have a chat with him.
All right, Thanh Le, we heard that body kick land all the way back home in New Orleans. Just take us through how you ended that fight. Incredible.
You know, I knew he'd be calm, collected, you know, experienced fighter. So we were prepared for anything, but he came out, played the game we thought he'd play. You know, I go southpaw orthodox, whatever, but I liked the way he was standing for orthodox stuff. So we switched, went to the head, made him put his hands where we want his hands to go, and then, you know, lit up the body, and the two from the left side just followed.
Great breakdown, 6th straight victory for you. Really puts you in the upper echelon of this division. What's next for you?
You know, I don't know who holds the title. No disrespect to him at all. I'm sure he's an awesome fighter, especially because he's fighting for Legacy LFA. But I'd like to fight him. Give me that belt.
How special is it to get a victory here in front of so many hometown fans in Louisiana?
Yeah, it's wonderful. My Louisiana home team always brings the noise, always brings the support, and I appreciate it, and I love you guys. Thank you.
Thanh Le, congratulations. Great win.
I want to say one more thing. I love you, Ty, at home. I hope you're watching, buddy. I love you.
Michael and Pat.
Thanks, Ron. If you've never seen him before, you won't soon forget him. Thanh Le wants a shot at the featherweight strap. After the break, it's the middleweight. And it's going to be John Kirk taking on Brendan Allen in our co-main event. You're watching Access TV 5. Welcome back inside the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Welcome back to LFA number 3. We're in the business end of the card. Coming up now, our middleweight contest. The veteran John Kirk takes on Brendan Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, John the Jaguar Kirk.
Always great to see the 38-year-old Jaguar, John Kirk, out of Houston, Texas, 4-week camp. Says he's going to feel out Brendan Allen tonight, see where he's at. Says Brendan's very versatile, predicts a TKO, but says if Brendan offers his neck, he'll choke him out. Been around for a long time, Johnny Kirk, Pat.
He has, and you know, with over 30 fights, ton of experience, that stuff does pay off. He doesn't have a stellar record, but look, if I didn't have a name above Randy Couture's record, I'd say, yeah, that's a, you know, so-so record, even though he's a complete animal and fought the best in the world. So John Kirk has accumulated a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and he's been in the cage quite a bit, a lot longer and a lot more minutes than Brendan Allen has.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA Octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Brendan Allen.
A lot of hype on this 21-year-old Brendan Allen. We saw him back at Legacy 58 in July of last year. We subbed out Clovis Hancock in the second round. Says he's going to knock out Kirk here tonight. Let's take a closer look now at all-in Brendan Allen.
Yeah, after that loss to Trevin Giles, he's come on strong. Very young guy, relatively inexperienced, but really strong, big, pretty well-rounded. Good technique for a guy with limited number of fights. Feels the youth and aggressiveness is going to carry him through tonight.
Let's look at the tail of the tape for this one. Experience all the way to Kirk. He is also 16 years the elder. Has 1.5 inches reach in the arms. And what is that? Is he just a little less? That's very accurate. And the legs, 38.54.
Somebody wasn't joking around when they measured that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the co-main event of the evening. This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Middleweight division, and it's brought to you by Venom Fight Gear, the official glove of the LFA. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This striker stands 6'2", weighed in at 187.8 pounds, holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 19 wins, 13 defeats, with 11 wins coming by way of submission, 7 by way of knockout. Training in a Team Kirk, and fighting out of Houston, Texas, John the Jaguar Kirk. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a Muay Thai grappler standing 6'2", weighed in at 185 pounds, holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 6 wins, 1 defeat, with 4 wins coming by way of submission, 2 by way of knockout. Training out of Clementi's Gladiator Academy and Mid-City MMA, fighting out of Covington, Louisiana, Brendan All-In Allen. Your referee in charge of the action is Myron Godet.
All right, gentlemen, co-main event. You've had the rules meeting. Do you understand everything that you need to? All right, please touch gloves. Let's have a good hard fight. Listen to what I say.
Referee Myron with the final instructions. The veteran, John Kirk. 21-year-old Brendan Allen. Fights a man 16 years his elder.
Allen in there smiling, having a good time, winking at the ladies.
Kirk loads up power early. Looks for a counter with that left.
Might want to keep his hands up a little more.
Muay Thai clinch, high knee from Allen. Kirk looks for a takedown.
Kirk getting choked right now. Getting tight.
Hopping knee to the stomach and a little higher off the right knee. Switches to the left now, Brendan Allen. Kirk cut already here.
He's hanging him right now.
This could be over early.
Kirk doing a good job. He's blocking that arm though, Allen, as you can see him with that forearm.
That's Kirk's blood you see on the canvas.
Knees apparently did their job.
And you see the blood all over Allen's arms.
Wow.
Yep.
Must have a nasty gash.
Oh, that's a bloodbath right there.
He's bleeding like it's a hatchet wound.
Yeah. And Allen is a nasty, nasty fighter. Tries to open up the cut even more and make Kirk bleed. It's a bloody slip and slide now.
He's depositing a lot of blood. I'm surprised the ref hasn't stopped to look at it. Bring the doctor in. There's a lot of blood coming out.
And Red Cross got a big donation. Oh wow, that is that's a horror show. That's a horror show. He is just getting flayed here.
There's chunks of blood.
Oh, it's just pissing out of his head.
That's bad.
Oh, that could stop this now.
Ref's got to stop it. Yeah.
That's too much blood. He's just getting sliced up. Slipping and sliding on his own claret here. It's over, ref. Come on, you can stop this one. Referee Myron letting it go on here. Kirk is taking a beating and he's bleeding all over the shop.
Yeah.
Stop it, ref. Doctor here ringside is laughing and smiling, talking to a guy next to him. Now the referee stops the fight. Unbelievable. David Maldonado gets in there quickly.
David's got his work cut out for him.
World's slowest doctor, not so fast. There's a reason why Allen closed at minus 600 with Nick Kalikas, Kirk at plus 400. That should have been stopped a whole lot earlier.
Yeah. Somebody needs to get in and wash Allen down. Look at the amount of blood.
Disappointed, John Kirk. Good sportsmanship shown there.
There's the knees. Landed the first one to the body and then went back to the head. So look for the deposit. There's the blood that starts coming out off that left knee. I'm sure squeezing the head with that attempted guillotine helped the blood pour out even more, all the pressure. There's landing more elbows. Referee's not too squeamish down here in Louisiana, Mike.
Oh no, let the blood flow. Oh. Finally, referee Myron.
Both covered from head to toe in blood.
Yeah.
Maldonado still working on him.
And Mike Kendall's going to make this one all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Myron Godet calls a stop to the fight. 2 minutes, 46 seconds into the very first round for your winner by TKO, Brendan Allen.
Okay, Brendan Allen's been
All
thrown.
right, Brendan Allen, congratulations. You just took out a man with 25 more professional wins than you. Give us your thoughts on this fight and recap it.
Oh man, to me, fights is nothing but a number. I'm gonna come in here and show them the best. Had a bad performance a couple fights ago. Came back, 5 wins, 5 finishes, making it look easy. I want my belt.
Before we talk about the belt, talk about your handiwork and how you cut him.
I think it was that knee against the cage. I saw him dripping here, so, yep. I just threw a little knee. I didn't even think it landed. I thought he caught it on his hand, but I guess it landed, so it's great.
Oh, it landed. It's like a scene from CSI up here, my friend. Let's talk about what's next. There's a big fight coming up next. Your last loss was to Trevin Giles. Do you feel that you should get the next shot at the winner of the Spann and Giles fight tonight?
Yes, sir. I definitely feel I should get the winner for the LFA 185 belt. I'm going to go in there, finish him, make it look easy, and get my call.
Keep doing what you're doing, and you'll get that call. Congratulations. Big win.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
All right, Michael and Pat, back to you.
Okay, Brendan Allen says he wants a title shot. Folks, coming up after the break, 2 of the top middleweights outside of the UFC will square off. It's Ryan Spann versus undefeated Trevin Giles. It's LFA 3 when we return. Welcome back inside the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Welcome back to LFA number 3. It's time for our main event. Michael Chavallo, Pat Miletich with you. Pat, we have been waiting a long time for this matchup. First of all, let's talk Trevin Giles. This man has flown under a lot of people's radars, and he shouldn't have, because he's 8-0 and he's finished all 8 of those opponents. Quite simply, he's a beast. He's an animal, and he just knows how to finish guys.
He does, and he's a silent killer. He doesn't go out running his mouth. He goes out, and as Ron said earlier, he does his work and his talk in the cage. Tonight against Ryan Spann, I think that Giles really needs to use feints and fakes, get Spann to throw, to commit on counters that aren't actually countering anything, and then cover the gap, land his strikes, or go at the same time when you're fighting a guy that's longer than you are. When he throws a technique, move your head, explode in, throw at the same time, catch him coming in, or get the takedown.
Spann is long. He's 6'5". We call him a beanpole. How does he use that length here tonight against Trevin Giles?
I think he's got to use the jab. He's got to establish the jab. He's got to snap it out. He's got to use double, triple jabs, feint the jab, throw the jab. I mean, George St. Pierre used to dominate people based on just that, and then everything else would unravel on their opponents. People need to learn from guys with good fundamentals like that. Spann needs to do that, make Giles take bad takedown attempts, bad punches, get himself exposed, and then Spann can pick him apart. But Spann still has to prove that he's got the endurance to do it.
That was, of course, the undoing against Robert Drysdale. We take a look at Pat's prospects. And you see the Access TV fight rankings. You have Trevin Giles ahead at number 2, ahead of Spann at number 3. Is it really the most... I mean, Giles should rightfully so be number 2. He's undefeated 8-0. Is Ryan Spann's gas tank the biggest concern in your mind here tonight?
Yeah, and if I was his coach, I would run the guy to death in camp. I mean, he'd be doing constant drills, grappling drills to improve his endurance, and also doing a lot of running, a lot of hill work.
Okay, it is a main event so many have talked about, so many have debated, and for a little bit more of an insight, let's park our peepers backstage, go to Rove and Ronnie Kruk and see what the vibe's like back there, Ron.
Well, Michael, the vibe back here in the locker room of both our main event fighters really match their personalities. We begin with Ryan Spann, who it was almost like a dance party back there. He had the rap music blaring. He was up with his teammates, joking and almost dancing with them. You go over to Trevin Giles, well, it was almost silent in there. He was sitting back, meditating, quiet with his teammates. Really, all he needed was a little new age music, and it would have felt like we were in a spa. That's the feeling backstage. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Ron. Anyway you cut this main event, it should be an absolute pearler. It is Trevin Giles versus Ryan Spann, and this one could decide who gets to vie for the strap. Let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Trevin, the Problem Giles.
They call him the Problem, and he has been problematic for 8 opponents so far. He's finished all of them. 4 in the first round, 3 in the second, 1 in the third. The third was Isaac Villanueva last time out. Josh Clark in the second round. Robert McCarthy in the first. Brendan Allen 2. Larry Crow in 2. Let's take a closer look here at this animal, Trevin Giles.
As I said, Trevin Giles, a guy that's got the complete toolbox, the right attitude. You can tell he takes his fighting very seriously. He's a student of the game, pays attention to details and fundamentals. Fundamentals, the more you do this sport, the more you realize that the guy with the cleanest fundamentals, the basics, is who wins.
And this guy is pretty clean. Giles predicts a sub in the second round. Had a 2-month camp, said I refined everything. What a tear he's been on since making his pro debut in 2014.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the red corner, Ryan Superman Spann.
One of the real personalities here at Legacy Fighting Alliance, Ryan Spann. Last time out, he fought Robert Drysdale for the light heavyweight title, was subbed by a rear naked choke. That was for the Legacy title at Legacy 58 back in July. Also had the loss to Leo Leite. That was for the middleweight title. Lost that by unanimous decision. A quick win over Larry Crow. He knocked him out in the first round. Win over Aaron Davis by submission, guillotine choke. He says, tonight Giles goes to sleep by my right hand knockout or submission. Says he improved his cardio. Working here in Lake Charles, his striking has improved. He's worked with Bang Muay Thai. Let's take a closer look.
See how much his grappling has improved. He's dangerous, though. Anytime he's on his feet, for sure, and we've seen him hit submissions. Pretty well-rounded guy, but as I said before, you know, it just comes down to whether his endurance has improved. He looks much leaner. He looks like he's more cut up, that he's definitely done some endurance work. So I look for improvement in that area at least.
This has epic written all over it. Let's look at the tail of the tape for our main event. Experience goes away of Ryan Spann. He is 1 year the older, 5 inches the taller. Huge reach advantage in the arms and 4 inches in the legs. Our expert's fight gauge looks like this. Striking even, ground game goes to Giles, speed goes to the beanpole Spann. Strength and endurance, particularly endurance, go the way of Giles. Let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of the evening. This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Middleweight division. It is brought to you by Inca Kola. Drink an ice-cold Inca Kola to unleash your inner warrior. Check us out on the web at IncaColaUSA.com and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Inca Kola USA. That's Inca with a C, Cola with a K, USA. For all those watching around the world on Access TV, and for those here in Lake Charles, Louisiana, are you ready for war? Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu boxer stands 6 foot tall, weighed in at 184.9 pounds. Holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 8 wins, 0 defeats. With 5 wins coming by way of submission, 3 by way of knockout. Training out of Elite MMA and fighting out of Houston, Texas, Trevin, the Problem Giles. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a Bang Muay Thai specialist, standing 6'5", weighed in at 185.3 pounds. Holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 9 wins, 3 defeats. With 7 wins coming by way of submission, 1 by way of knockout. Training out of Performance Evolution and fighting out of Beaumont, Texas, Ryan Superman Spann. You referee in charge of the main event, Stan McCandlish.
All right, guys, this is the main event. Fight hard, fight clean. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch it up, do it now. All right, let's go back and do this.
No stare down. It is the main event. The number 2 and number 3 ranked middleweights on the Access TV Fights rankings. Trevin Giles, the favorite at -300. They come back on Spann at +220. Set for 3 rounds. Will it go that far? Stan McCandlish gets us underway. Outside leg from Giles. Let's see if Spann goes quick on him here.
Giles wants to put the pressure on him, try and gas Spann out.
Looks for the inside thigh, Spann. Giles goes swinging for the jaw.
Nice footwork to stay off the cage there by Giles. Digging that in nicely. Nice throw.
Oh, beautiful takedown from Ryan Spann.
Beautiful step across.
And the full mount from Superman.
Giles gives up the mount.
Gives up his back.
Oh my goodness, Spann is all over him.
Spann has Giles back. He's going quick on the undefeated Trevin Giles.
Nice figure 4 on the body, got the foot hook behind the leg. Spann looking crisp.
Ryan Spann in a dominant position very early in this opening round.
Spann said he had done a lot of road work for this. Feels his confidence or his endurance is through the roof now compared to what it has been. So obviously coming in with a lot of confidence and getting after it right away.
Spann laughed when Ron Kruk asked him if Giles had fought the same level of competition as he had. Said Giles needed to be taught a lesson, needed a blemish on his record, that he'd be the one to give it to him. Is he going to derail the Giles hype train?
As Ron said, Giles, or Spann said he was going to do him a favor and beat him, so that he realized he wasn't invincible.
But Giles looking very composed here. I wonder what toll that figure 4 around the midsection is going to take on him. Makes it hard to breathe.
Yeah, he's squeezing tight.
Fingers out of the
glove. You want to have them
glove.
on their stomach when you have that, though. If you arch hard enough, you can do damage to their vertebrae. I've seen people submit to it, and then have back problems the rest of their life. There's some big, strong legs around Giles right now.
Spann will look for an opening, no matter how minute, to try and sink a choke. Still a long time to go in this round, 2 minutes.
Giles needs to roll to the side, trap an arm, keep that arm down, and slowly inch his body and torque himself so he can turn into him. He's crushing his face right now. Coming up. Nice work.
Full mount again here from Ryan Spann. Giles going to give his back once more.
Nice.
Giles top position inside Spann's guard.
Spann going for a triangle.
Giles out of a tricky predicament. Giles said he would test Spann's will. Said Spann didn't have any will, so he gave up against Drysdale.
We've seen Spann hit submissions from the bottom before. Giles doing damage now.
Body and head goes Giles. That big thumping right-handed here. Spann throws the legs up high, trying to catch a limb. Hammer fist strikes now from Giles.
Giles going to scoop the other leg. He had the near leg. Should have scooped the far one. Spann wouldn't have been able to kick his hips over. Nice sit-out attempt there by Spann to come out behind him. He's been working his wrestling.
Final 10 seconds. A stellar first round.
Oh, hard punches up underneath that.
Watch the back of the head. Last warning. Stop.
We go to the towels. Let us know your scorecards on Twitter at Chevello Voice, at Pat Middleton, at iCrack.
Yeah, it's a big hand. That's beautiful.
Check this out. Got the big underhook. You got to be careful. Guy steps across and launches him. Never fun to land like that. Spann definitely looking crisp here tonight in a lot of areas. Gets the mount here and ended up taking his back and getting a figure 4 on the body. But Giles eventually battling back out of it and reversing the position and taking full advantage of being on top of Spann. In my mind, really landed some effective blows from the top and swiped the round away from Spann.
Did Giles go kleptomaniac and steal it? 10-9 says Pat, indeed.
Hard not to give it to him.
Second round, fight.
Spann does look in better shape though, not breathing hard. And that was a good tough round. A lot of grappling.
Spann not using his jab much yet.
Nope. Definitely needs to.
Nice outside leg kick from Giles. Spann looks for a counter off his lead. Big flash of leg kicks. It was Giles who drew the short straw.
Yeah, some big legs coming through, man.
6'5" of Ryan Spann, 6 even of Giles.
Spann's built perfect for this sport, he really is. Up kick to the face, Giles snuck in there. That was nice.
Fake there from Spann.
Giles did mention that Spann drops his left hand when he throws the right. Wants to catch him coming in, land his own right.
Late on the check there from Giles. Spann now threading the jab.
Needs to use more of it.
Nice high kick, taps it under the arm, was Giles. Some division on Twitter as to the scoring of the first round. Uppercut, left hook, no power behind the left hook though from Giles. Some fans tweeting it the way of Spann, some to Giles.
Boy, that hurt the knee. You can see the knee buckle off of that.
Outside leg kick from Spann. Gets out of the way of the right hand. Spann with the left hand.
Stung him. He kept punching, that's why he landed it. Watch this throw again. He's got to be careful with the underhook. He's got to drop his hips low.
And 2 minutes remaining in the second round. Only a 3-round fight, this one. Perhaps to determine the #1 contender for the middleweight strap. Uppercut misses the target. Knee from Spann and he breaks off.
Giles is tagging him, man.
Left hand.
Oh, beautiful takedown.
And Spann got a takedown off that left hand that caught him.
That was nice.
Top position, half guard, Ryan Superman Spann.
Wiped his eyebrow to check for blood. Got an he's got a triangle, arm triangle going right now.
How good does this look, Pat?
I'm sorry?
How good does this position look for Spann?
I think he looks great. Solid. His grappling's looking awesome.
Gives the back up, Giles.
Oh.
Not for long, back to their feet. Good work from Giles.
Got his arms tangled up. Giles did a good job getting out of there.
Jumping knee!
Did not land, I don't think.
Could have caused some serious damage if it did.
Oh, good job. Oh, Spann had it. He's got a good choke going.
Spann looking for the choke on Giles. Can he find it?
Oh,
Can he find it?
This is nice.
Can Ryan Spann tap him out? Can he do it? 20 seconds on the clock for the round.
Oh, he's getting out. Look at him. Look at him. Wow.
And Giles survives.
Beautiful.
Giles is going to see the third round. Spann tries to can open him a little.
It's the best Spann has looked.
What a round.
Giles looks tired going back to his corner. I'd like to see Spann. His back's to me.
Gets you on that heel. Put your hand under his chin, pull him off, and you gotta throw a knee right away. Moreno, you get head up. You stand up from this chair. I want you.
Good round of action. Both guys having their bright moments. Giles coming forward. He kept punching. This is why he lands this left on the chin of Spann. Spann definitely felt that one. And then nice awareness, cutting the corner, getting the takedown. Spann's wrestling looks a lot better, man. And here he is. Man, you talk about a tight guillotine. Giles had to work hard to get out of this one and survive it. You can see his neck's about a half as big as it normally is. The Spann is crushing it. You can see that the look on Giles' face, like, oh, buddy, I got to get out of here. Nice job getting the angle, scooting his hips out. Good awareness to survive that.
1 round apiece after 2. And we're set for a thriller in the 3rd and final. Spann's hands on hips.
Looking a lot better condition-wise, so I'm happy about that.
Giles looked the tighter of the 2, going back to the corners.
Yes, he did.
Let's go to Ron Crump. Ron.
Guys, plain and simply, in the Spann corner, they said keep standing, let him move into the pocket, and he will eat one of our punches. They think he can knock him out in this round. Michael.
Thanks, Ron.
Giles has to cover that gap.
Crowd cheering for Trevin Giles.
Spann, good job moving. Wanted to reset. Didn't like what he was seeing.
Outside leg kick from Giles.
Spann doing a good job controlling the center of the ring in this fight also.
Anyone's fight for the taking with just under 4 minutes remaining. Good check. Spann hunts for a takedown perhaps. Will he get stuck in a choke here?
Way to keep driving though.
Pops the head out.
Working his way down under the legs here.
Pops the head out again.
Yeah, risking that choke, decided to come back up.
Fingers out of the cage. Fingers out of the
Nothing
cage.
wrong with pushing off and resetting either. Or pushing off and flurrying.
Watch the knees up the middle.
Had to work hard to rip him up off the legs that time.
Past the halfway mark of this round. Single leg here from Spann. Such a close fight. A flurry. A sudden period on the ground of domination could just seal it for one of these two men. Are we going to the judges for this one?
Spann get that single and circle him off the cage. Did he get his hands locked? Yes, he did.
Spann wants him on his back. Giles won't go there. Spann trying to get him down.
Giles needs to get the underhook, circle his way out of there. Spann keeps trying to hook that leg. Giles stepping out of it. Nice job. Oh, Giles, good job. Using the feet to kick his hips over and come back up.
Watch the back of the head. I told you already.
Spann sits out. Got to turn the corner quicker, though.
Under a minute now. Whose round so far, Pat?
Well, I mean, Spann's staying aggressive. He's going after the takedown constantly. You got to give him credit for that. But he's also getting hit the whole time. 6 in one, half dozen in the other, right?
Very even. Unless someone tries to steal it in the final 35 seconds.
Giles going for a choke here.
It looks like Giles is trying to be that man. Is he now testing the will of Spann?
Going for broke, going for broke. Oh, Spann spinning hard to get out of it.
20 seconds. This will be a hard one for the judges to call.
Very hard, very close.
Stop! 3 great rounds of action. Do you have it for Spann? Do you have it for Giles? Let's see your scorecard.
I gave it to Giles in the last round based on strikes, doing damage, and getting the takedown at the end. Although, look, it could easily go the other way for Spann. I mean, I could easily justify saying Spann was going for the takedown the entire round, staying aggressive and give it to him. You know, like I said, 6 in one, half dozen in the other.
A draw would not be out of the question.
Absolutely not. I mean, that was a very close fight. And I'm happy for Spann. He looked the best he's looked. His endurance was great. I'm really happy for him that he really improved his endurance and starting to reach his potential now. We're seeing it.
Okay, it looks like Mike Kendall has our decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts, we go to the judges' scorecards. One judge scores the bout 29-28, Giles. One judge scores the bout 29-28, Spann. And your third and final judge scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Trevin, the Problem God!
It really could have gone either way. And Trevin Giles maintains his undefeated record. But unlike all the other opponents, he could not finish Ryan Spann. Let's go to Ryan.
Trevin Giles, that was as close of a split decision as you could get. Props, of course, to Spann there. Why do you feel the judges awarded you this fight?
I think I just did more damage. He did a good job controlling in the first and second round, well, also the third round. But I was able to actually land damage when we were against the cage and everything, so I was more active overall.
You said at the beginning of this fight that you felt if it went longer that you could break his will. Do you feel you did that tonight?
No, man, I could tell he trained hard. I just have a lot more stamina than some of the guys, but he did really good. Hats off to him.
You came in as the #2 ranked middleweight in the Access TV Fights rankings. Sitting atop of those rankings is Rafael Lovato Jr. What do you think about a matchup with him next?
Well, we'll see what happens. Right now, I'm really focused on being able to get a UFC shot. So hopefully I can get a fight in the UFC in summer.
Well, it would help to get a belt here. That'll help you get to the UFC. If you do face off against Lovato Jr., give us your thoughts on that matchup.
I'm going to go in there hard. You know, I'll make sure that I'm training a lot of jiu-jitsu. I definitely want to overlook his grappling. But yeah, we're going to train hard. We're going to come in. We're going to get 10-0.
Trevin Giles, congratulations. You remain undefeated.
All right. I would like to thank Elite Mixed Martial Arts for helping me out, Boston Health, Netcar Showroom, Victoria Pain and Rehabilitation Center, Brazos Pain Management, and WF Athletics for all the support.
All right, there he is, Trevin Giles, your winner. Michael and Pat.
Thanks, Ron, indeed. Trevin Giles now 9-0. Plenty more action coming your way on Access TV fights over the next few weeks. Here's what we've got lined up for you. More LFA action. Next week we're in Shreveport, Louisiana. Then LFA 5 on February 24. Best Muay Thai you'll find, Lion Fight 35, back at Foxwoods on March 3rd. LFA 6 in San Antonio, Texas on March 10. Folks, thanks for watching. Legacy Fighting Alliance number 3 from the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana tonight. It's been a pleasure.